29th of June, we met for the first time face-to-face at Perkins in Monticello. I was standing by the bed, kind of facing her. She was laying on the other side, and I felt myself falling.
Speech was slurred, and his mouth was kind of hanging open, and he couldn't move his left side. At that point, I thought, it's a stroke, and I told him I'm going to call 911. I thought, oh, how awful for him, and I began to pray.
He arrived about an hour after his symptoms had started. And within 10 minutes, they were calling our service and asking us to connect up and join into the stroke code process that was happening in the emergency room.
And the nurse said to me, he's had a massive stroke on the right side of his brain. And she said, but we have an expert here that's helping us. And I looked around and I didn't see anybody that looked like an expert, but it was on a screen up on the wall, and it was Dr. Hansen from Allina. I thought, gee, this is sci-fi.
Telemedicine is basically a video-audio connection from one site to another, oftentimes to offer subspecialty kinds of care in more remote settings where they don't have that opportunity. Where we have very little time, you can't wait for transfer to a metropolitan site or a larger hospital where the expertise is situated. Our goal is to be able to offer that treatment to the patient within an hour of them arriving to the emergency room.
She was directing the nurse and the doctor. There was a doctor there, and she was telling them things to do.
I can take my own history, talk to the patient, and be able to connect with patterns of symptoms that are typical of stroke that a neurologist is good at discovering. And I will be making much better decisions when I can have a video image and take my own history.
And she said, I think we'd better air flight him down here. So they called a helicopter, and the helicopter came right away. Everything looked just like clockwork.
He arrived to us about 2 hours later. We were able to take him immediately to our angiogram suite. Our interventional neuroradiologists at our institution perform this procedure where they go in a large groin artery with a catheter, a tube, and thread it up to the carotid circulation or the posterior circulation of the brain. He received the penumbra device, which is an aspiration type of catheter system that basically sucks the clot into the tubing.
On Tuesday, they took me in for a MRA and found nothing, so it was a huge success.
Telemedicine saved him from a large amount of disability. With a stroke of the type he was having, there's maybe 20 to 30% mortality.
There's some movement over there.
It not only gave me back my husband's life, but I gave me back my husband so we could continue on as if the stroke had never happened.